Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here to talk to you about one that I picked up from Beverly Hills Perfumery during Glamcation this last year. Alan is gracious enough to open his shop to us every year, typically towards the end of Glamcation, to where it's just us in there asking about fragrances, smelling different stuff, and then you can pick out whatever you want. This year, I'd smelled quite a few things, and then towards the end, I looked up and I noticed this bottle. So before I start talking about it, from the house of Houbigant, it's Houbigant Ambre Rubis. And as you can tell, the bottle looks definitely different from the regular Houbigant bottles. They're typically either clear or frosted, versus this is like a red frosted, which I thought was a really good looking bottle. So I was like, all right, let me pick it up. And there was three. They had this one. They had I forgot what the rose one is called, and then they had a vanilla one. And when I smelled this one, I felt like it was really different than anything I've smelled. Now let me read you the notes, and then we'll talk about what you're going to smell for a second. I'm sorry if you hear any growling. My dogs are in here with me, and they are playing so hard. So you have red berries, incense, pink pepper, orange, cherry, rum, and jasmine. And then in the base notes, you have ambery, woody notes, cedar, and fir resin. Now, this opens up kind of more like a traditional cherry fragrance. It's almost like slightly medicinal in the opening. But as it starts to dry down, although it's listed as ambergris, it gets a little more ambery. A little bit of amberiness, a little bit of booziness from that rum. You definitely, if you are someone who really enjoys red fruits in fragrance, you're definitely going to get them in here. A little bit of spiciness from that pink pepper. I really like pink pepper. It's one of my favorite notes in fragrance, especially if it's actually only if it's done right. Because sometimes when it's overdone, I don't really love how that smells. But they did this so well. I don't really get any smokiness from the incense. Again, it's kind of like just a little boozy, a really nice cherry that starts off tart. But again, as it dries down, it gets a little sweeter. You get a little bit of powderiness. And then you get a little bit of woodiness as it starts to dry down. But again, you're going to get the cherry. You're going to get a little booziness, a little bit of amberiness. It's not your typical run-of-the-mill cherry fragrance once this gets to the dry down specifically. It does things a little bit differently. And I'm smelling off strip, but this plays on skin completely different. On skin, this comes off a lot more ambery. On my skin, I should say on my skin, because I know how it comes off of my skin. So I sprayed this on skin, didn't tell anyone what it was, and I just kept doing that thing that frag heads do. And I was walking up to the people I came with, and I was like, here, smell this. And they're like, okay. No one questioned it, obviously. So every time someone smelled it, they're like, oh my God, that's really good. What is that? I don't think any of us had really had too big of a Houbigant collection before. I had zero before this fragrance. And every time someone smelled it, I think like 4 of us ended up buying it. Actually 3 of us bought it that night. One person regretted not buying it when he went home and ended up buying a bottle. It's that good. It's just not a typical run-of-the-mill cherry fragrance. And I'm saying that because I'm not really a cherry fragrance person. I like cherry in fragrance when it's not the main note. And I feel like the way that the other notes play with this one make it a lot more original. Again, when it opens up, it's going to be tart. You're going to get a little bit of that medicinal cherry. But as it starts to dry down, it gets a little warmer. And I think that's what I like about it. A little bit of warmth, a little bit of booziness, which is done with cherry often. And then it gets a little woody and then a little spicy. Again, I really like the red fruits that are done in here. Red fruits with pink pepper are also notes in one of my top 5 fragrances, Sultani. So that was already going to be something that worked for me. I love it here. It's done differently than that one, of course, but I still really like how it's done. Now, in terms of performance, I get good longevity off this. For me, over 8 hours. It's not a huge projector. You're going to get about an arm's length, and then it'll start to get closer after a few hours. For me, should I jump around? Let's go ahead and jump around. For me, that makes it a really good formal and date night fragrance. So we'll talk about seasons in a minute here, but this dresses up really nicely, especially because I'm not really one that would wear a cherry fragrance formally or on a date night, but I love how this is. It's a little bit playful, but it's also something that you could dress up so easily. And to be honest, I would prefer dressing this up versus dressing it down. And although it may be more of a fall through spring fragrance, I would wear this in the summer, especially in the evening, because this is something I'm going to want to dress up anyway. So for me, this is absolutely a year-round fragrance. I wouldn't necessarily make it a signature scent, but you could. This DNA wouldn't be signature scent for me. This is just something again, I would like to dress up. It just has a more playful vibe. I really enjoy it. In terms of who can wear it, anybody can wear it because I think like half of the people that bought it were females and the other half were males. So like it seems to be enjoyed throughout anyone who smelled it, honestly. And in terms of age, I can't put an age on it because I feel like it has that playful edge, but it is not like a sickly sweet fragrance. So I kind of think it's a jack of all trades. Price, I haven't seen this brand heavily discounted, but wherever I can find it for the best price, I'm going to drop it down below. It is a niche fragrance, so you're going to pay a little bit of a premium there. To me, it was absolutely worth it. I mean, I paid retail for it. I bought it in the store because I just felt like I had to have it then. And not only that, but I picked up 2 Houbigants blind buy right after I left there because I was just like, okay, the quality of this is so high. I really want to start discovering this house. I really like Bois Mystique from this house. I'm going to bring you a review on that really soon as well. This one, in terms of compliments, does get me compliments. Again, the DNA is very compliment getting because it is sweet, but it's also got a warmth when it dries down. So this typically tends to be the DNA that works best for me in terms of compliments. I get what I think is the perfect amount of projection off of it. So whenever anyone's near me and they smell it, they're like, okay, that's really good. What is that? If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. Let people know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!